Okay, so the Iron Man Mach 85 head of the bust that I'm creating now is complete. I mean, it's printed, I should say. It's not complete. It's printed. The torso now, it just started. It's only 10% in. This is about 2 days just for the torso, for printing. So far it's coming out good. Should be done in probably just under 2 days. Okay, so unfortunately, I got the dreaded thermal runaway error. Yep, middle of the night went off. So unfortunately, my girlfriend was still up and she shut the printer off. It was almost done. It was probably, I think it was close to 78 to 80% right here. It was just about done. It was coming out nice too, but then I decided to stop printing a new one because I gotta have the Mach 85, you know, bust done. And this time I'm going at 5% infill. I'm sorry, the other one was 10% infill, not 20. I had it at 10%. Okay, so the second attempt worked. I had no issues, no runaway alarms. The print come out nice. Okay, so we're at 83%. It's coming out really nice. I'm using no supports. I was worried that it might not work out too well without supports, but I'll tell you, it's perfect. I don't see any issues, especially right here with this the symbol, the Avenger, looks like the broken A Avenger symbol here. But yeah, I like this stand. This stand's gonna come out really nice. Okay, so it's starting to come together now. Everything's printed. I might do the eyes again and just try to adjust them and cure a little bit. Okay, so I got the back and paint done. It's all ready for some red, gold, and as far as the base goes, I haven't decided on what I'm going to do with that yet. That's why I haven't put a back and paint color on it. Okay, so I'm getting ready to paint the red on my Mach 85 helmet. Actually the head of the bust, not just the helmet. And I'll be using the Candy 2.0 blood red. And that's going to be mixed with the UVLS clear. And that's a 50-50 and like a 10% reducer on the 4011. And I'll be doing all that with my Water Eclipse dual action airbrush. And we're just gonna do one section for now, and then when I'm done, and it should dry fairly quick, I'm gonna be doing the cheeks and the jaw, and everything else on this will be a different color. It'll be some gold and some grayish silver. Okay, here I go with my first light coat. Now this comes out. Move it off to the side. Now I'm going to go back and we're going to do it again. Start off, yep, see the paint come out. Now I'm just going to keep doing a lighter coat. Trying to get close to the edges of that tape too. on that last one. You see that nice wet look there. Okay, so I wind up taking this and taped off the rest of it, and I went down and did a 2K clear on it, and oh my God, this looks absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. The way this thing's gonna come out, it's gonna be so freaking awesome. It's gonna look so nice, and all I can say is, I don't know if the camera is showing what I'm seeing here. The sparkles, the metallics deep down inside there. I just did 2 coats of clear, and this thing looks soaking wet, and I can see my reflection in it. I mean, it just looks awesome. Okay, so I got it taped off. I got the rest of the sections I'm going to do red, which will be all in here. I'm going to even do red on the bottom. Just finish it up. All on the jawline. All this will be red to the ears in here. And everything else is taped off, and of course the faceplate will be a different color with gold and maybe a silver type of silver or gray silver. Thinking about using the Wicked Metallic charcoal for around the ears here, that part there. We'll see. I'm gonna do a sample. I got a spoon ready to go. I'll do a sample with that later. Okay, so we're gonna try to do this, and this time you can see how nice it came out. That's 2 clears. So it's been about 24 hours now since I did that, and man, I'm really impressed with it. So we're gonna keep going, nice and easy. And I'm going to continue. Here we go again. And if you notice, I'm trying to go away from where I don't want to paint, so direct it away from it if I can. Okay, so I've been working on the torso a little bit here, getting the red on there, and I got some tape on there for the part that's going to be gold or silver. You know, it's like a gray silver, and I'm doing underneath. I'm mixing up another batch now to finish up underneath. It's still patchy there. It's looking good around the shoulders and the chest area, the neck. Okay, I got the paint in the cup. Yeah, I'm gonna rotate this a little bit. And we're gonna start painting the back here. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. Looking pretty good. Well, nice. All right, so I got my lemon yellow, tequila yellow, my UVLS clear 4050, and my 4011 reducer. I'm doing a lemon 3 tequila 1 mix with a 6-to-1 to both on the 4050. So I mean, basically every 3 drops of this, I put 1 drop of this, and then when I'm done with all this, I put 6 of these in to how many drops I put in. So I mean, I usually go a little under. I feel my way through with this one, and then with this here, it's probably about 3 to 4 drops, because these 2 are already very, very watered down. They're just dyes, so there's not any pigment in it, so it's not thick. The reduce is mainly just for this 4050. So you don't want to reduce it too much, or you kind of lose the properties of the 4050. So it's just a few drops. It helps out. So I got a batch all made up. It's been sitting for 15 minutes in the cup, and that's what they recommend. Okay, just like the red, this is a candy. These are two candies mixed together to make this pagan gold. A little off on the side here, very light. Again, very light coat, so I'm going to build it up to a pretty solid color. And I know I did show this, but you can see it here. That's going to be the color right around there, and that's got one clear on it. Okay, here we go. And this is going over the Duplicolor metal cast backing paint. Very light. I'm gonna try to get the trim, the side edges too. Try to get some of that. Running a 0.35 on my water Eclipse here, so it's a small needle, but it's good for candy, that's for sure. I can pretty much do anything with it. If you do a metallics, you might have to just reduce it a little bit more. To the base. The bust is pretty much done. It's all painted. Come out really nice. I just got to do the eyes and the arc reactor. I have to get those in. I got the lights working. That's all wired up, which is in here right now. It's tucked in. I got to pull the lights out later. So I did all the rock formation. Come out nice. Made it look like real rock. I think it come out really good. It's my first time ever creating rock like this, so I thought it came out pretty good. All right, so I figured I'm gonna go with the Createx Pearl Blue, and I think I'm gonna do all this in Pearl Blue, and then I'm gonna do the A in Detail Violet. I think it'll look nice with the blue and the purple popping through. I mean, I think I can do whatever I want with a symbol. I mean, I don't think there's any set rules on this. So I'm going to start by giving it a light coat. That's nice about the airbrush. You can get right up to where you want to paint without getting too much on the other surfaces. Okay, so I got the blue done. Pretty solid, looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna try to get the A with the ring in purple and try to get around the edges. So when I do that, I'm gonna get the overspray in the blue. The purple may not stand out too much on top of the blue, but We'll see. Even if it does, it's okay. I'm kind of going for that effect if that's how it's going to work out. Let's see how this purple's going to look. Start off with light coats again. So I decided to use the UVLS Clear gloss as my surface spray here to kind of give it a gloss and a little sheen and maybe a little more of a metallic kind of look to this thing. So let's try just going over it. We'll see if we can get these colors to start to pop. See it starting to pop, bringing it right out. All right, the Mach 85 is complete. I think it came out awesome. I love all the candies, the candy gold and the candy red. The whole thing was airbrushed. The only thing I used rattle can for was the Duplicolor backing paint, which is the silver backing paint I've shown in my other videos. That was the only thing. Everything else was airbrushed, including the base, all the rocks. I made those look as realistic as I could. I think they came out really cool. They look very real in person, that's for sure. I mean, the candies were great. I mean, everything, it looks so deep. The metallics, everything looks so so shiny and like reflective. I mean, all the detail back here came out nice. The silver's airbrushed. That's not a candy. The red and the gold are the candies in here. So, but you can see all the detail in here around the ears and everything inside here. But it's yeah, it came out really sweet. This thing, it was tough, you know. It wasn't easy to do. As you could tell from some of the videos, you know, I had some issues with these shoulders. I just wasn't happy with it. So I actually just redid them. I redid them off camera. I just resprayed them and then redid the candies. And it came out great. But you can't have any defects. You can't have any overspray. You can't, when you're doing candies, it has to be perfect, or you're gonna see every little thing. But if it's done perfect, it looks perfect. It looks awesome. I mean, it's just this. You know, this could be on a car. You know what I mean? I mean, it's sweet. And the rocks here, I did all the rocks. I did this. I airbrushed the base coat, which was a type of gray I mixed up with some black and white and a little yellow. And I made this a gray, and then I was using like a paper towel as a little sponge. I curled it up into a sponge, and I was using a lot of water and browns, 3 or 4 different color browns, some black, some white, a milk white, regular solid white. It was like a lot of colors went into making this base. But I'll tell you, it came out freaking wild. It's the first time I ever did rocks, and I really like it. It looks like they're real rocks to me when I was looking at them. So I also put all the LEDs in, and I don't know if I didn't show this last time, but these LEDs are really super bright, and they get hot. It's on an aluminum plate, and you get these from the dollar store, and there's just these little push lights, and you get these from the dollar store. You take them apart, you take out the LED. It's on a little, like I said, a little aluminum plate, and you solder new wires on. You run them up, and I take a wall transformer. I save all these old transformers, you know, that you get with, you know, cell phones or whatever. They're 120 volts, and then they output like 5 volt DC, 4.5, 6 volt DC, and those are perfect for powering Adrenos, LEDs. So I always have piles of those. I always keep them. People throwing them away, I grab them, use them for cosplay and or bust or just about anything really. They come in handy. So on that, let me show you. Shut off the lights. Yeah, I'll show you what the LEDs are going to look like anyway. So I put a little inline switch in too, which also, this switch also comes with that push button. That's part of it. And I reused it, and I made an inline switch with some, you know, it's 5 volts, you know, it's not going to kill you. And so now you got some lights, got the eyes and the arc reactor, kind of same thing as the MK46 I did. So it come out really cool. I like that. You know, it's like just on and off kind of deal, nice and easy. But those LEDs, I think that's what I was getting at. Those LEDs got really hot. So I actually put like a 100 ohm resistor in series with the negative, just to dial down the light a little bit. And by doing that, it also lowers the current draw, which helped them stay a little cooler. I didn't do that on the 46, but they were warm on the 46, but I wasn't worried about it. These here, for some reason, they got hot. These were getting really hot, and I know they can handle it because that's what the heat sink was for. That aluminum plate's a heat sink. It's to dissipate it. But I mean, I was afraid it might start warping. I don't know if it left it on for, you know, 5 hours or whatnot. You know, in your room, and you leave everything lit up, so you look at it, and I don't know if the heat might start to warp something, or, you know, that's what I was mostly worried about. So just that 100 ohm resistor in series with the negative. It just dialed it down a little bit, but it's bright enough. I can see everything, and I could actually hold those when they were on before. I could hold them in my hand and not burn my hand. Before, without that resistor, I was burning my hand. It was tough to hold them. So anyway, this came out nice. I really like it. I love the pagan gold. It's that was that lemon yellow and tequila yellow mixed. You know, and everything I mix goes with the 4050 UVLS clear, and that's like a bonding solution. So it bonds it, all the paint, and every time you mix it too, you got to let it sit for 15 minutes before you spray. You got to. It's just part of it. So make a big batch. I mean, I was making smaller batches, and I was having to wait 15 minutes, but I count my drops, so the color was consistent. You know, that's how I do it. So this came out nice, and you know what? I think it also, let's see if I can get something going here.
At your service, sir.
There you go. So that's the Mach 85 helmet I made. And there's a video. I'll put it in the video description of this video. And there's a video out on that. You can check it out if you haven't seen it. So this was, you know, this is the first one I did. And then obviously I just did the bus. But I also got rid of the Iron Man ring, and I put capacitive touch sensors on them all now. So I just have to touch it. You can see it in there. It's just a little chip, and I wired in with the Adreno. Instead of a button or switch, you can use that. You just touch it, and it reads your hand right through the plastic. It's great. So this helmet came out nice. I love this helmet. Fits great. It's very comfortable to wear. You know, as you can see, it just opens up. It's got the sound effects from Crashworks, just like the 46 I did. Same thing. The MK5 I did, if you saw that video I got, that was I think it was 10 servos in there. The whole faceplate that goes up. That was some boxing loop. That wasn't a Crashworks design. That was a boxing loop design. I actually used Adrenos, and I had to use some servo amplifiers and things like that. It was a little more involved. That took a while to do, but I was glad I did that one too. And if I could find an MK5 bust on that, I'd probably do the bust on it. But you know what? We'll see. I think I'm ready for. Oh, I know what I'm going to do next. I already started it. I'm going to show you, give you a little peek at it. It's up to. It's just about to hit 21,000 views, which is pretty wild. But this is what I'm going to do next. So this is just going to be a small Spider-Man bust. This is the one. I mean, you'll see the video on it, but I did have a problem with the support, and it was right in here, and I had to plain cut this out and make a new piece and put it on here. So right now, I mean, I barely even touched this. I mean, I got a little sanding going. I glued this on, got it ready. You know, I haven't really done much to it. So I'm going to start this pretty soon, since my 85's done. And but yeah, hope you guys like this. I really enjoy doing it. And you know, like I said, don't be afraid to airbrush and try it out. Harbor Freight, like I said, Harbor Freight has a $100 on sale deal with the compressor, the gun, comes with the hose, everything you need. And you can go to Hobby Lobby and buy the dollar paints, and you can mix them up. You can just dilute them a little bit with some reducer, and I'll tell you, they spray great. I used some of them on the base. You know, at least I used some of those on the foundation of the base, the gray colors I made up. And I've used them on other projects. They're great. So it doesn't have to be Createx, but I like Createx just because the colors just are so vibrant, and they're really made for what I'm doing here. But the other paints are fine too. I use them because they're cheap, and for some things they're perfectly okay. Hobby Lobby is great. They're always on sale for $1 a bottle. I mean, you can't go wrong. I buy 4 or 5 bottles, just different colors, and throw them on a shelf in case I need them. All right. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. If you really liked it, feel free to hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe and hit the bell. You get my future videos. You know, I just enjoy doing this and showing what can be done here. You know, I thank everybody for all the views and likes they've given me so far. I mean, that Spider-Man and my MK46 bust is doing great with views. My MK5 too. So, and the 46, they're all doing pretty good. So you know, I only have a little over 100 subscribers at this time, and I'm not even close to ever being monetized here. A long time for that. But I still enjoy doing it and seeing people appreciate it by liking my videos or commenting, and or subscribing, obviously. So all right, so until the next one, Falcon out.